In our last video, when we discussed about the quality management, defining the quality management system, I mentioned a word, customer. Today, we will expound on customer. Who is our customer? Who is a customer? And then, when we understand who a customer is, we will then know how it applies to us. Many know a customer as one whom you can buy anything from or sell something to. Yes, true, and also it goes beyond that. A customer is a person who has requirements that you have to meet. And that same customer has expectations of you. The expectations that you must meet and strive to exceed. Remember, the word strive means you go beyond your expected effort to make sure that you meet the requirements of this customer. An example of a customer could be for a vegetable vendor, the people who buy vegetable, that they may use them for their food. For a grocery seller, for the people who come to buy the grocery. But we have customers around us, every one of us. The person who sees you in your neighborhood is a customer. Do they have expectations? Do they have requirements? Yes, they do. They are also your customers. How do you meet their expectations? How do you exceed? And how do you become the best of the neighbor? Your employer is a customer because he has requirements which you have to meet. And it is that you are employed by that employer because you met their expectations. Not necessarily their expectations, you met their requirements. And now, after they employed you, there are things they expect you to do. These are called objectives of the organization. You must understand the position and the part you have to play to fulfill that objective within the organization. That is what the employer expects of you. If you exceed, then you create a niche for yourself in that organization as one of the best employees. Your husband, your wife, your children, do they have requirements? Do they have expectations of you? They are your customers. How do you meet their requirements? How do you meet their expectations? If focusing on that will make you live a fulfilling life. What about the people around you in the community? What about the neighbor or just the person you sit next to in the office while working? The person you meet in the matatu while coming to work? The person you interact with at your place of work on day-to-day basis? Do they have requirements? Yes, they expect you to say hi in the morning when you meet them. Those requirements, you must meet them and also exceed. Especially so when you greet them and they are not responding. Definitely you realize there is something wrong. Would you just ignore them and go away? That only means you are not sensitive to your environment. You are not focusing on your customer. Customers are wide and varied, and they have diverse requirements and expectations. And once we understand who our customers are, then we learn how to adapt to the requirements of the customers. We know how to meet their expectations. We know how to exceed their expectations. When it is said in leadership that when the world celebrates you, then it means you are in your right, destined place. It means you are doing that which you are born to do, your purpose. And that only happens when you understand the requirements of your customer. Focus on it. Meet their expectations and strive to exceed. Next time, we'll be talking more about how we can make the world a better place and ourselves very successful when we create a niche for ourselves and we are seen as workers who are self-motivated and not pushed to get things done. Focus on your customer. Good day.